Hello, everyone, dear viewers of the channel. I am Helena, the guardian of secrets, a researcher of mystical phenomena, and here with me is Vadim, a historian interested in folk culture. Today, we're embarking on a journey into the incredibly intriguing, yet often forgotten, world of ancient Ukrainian symbols, which for many hold the power and mystery akin to what other cultures might call runes. We're delving into their secretive meanings, historical applications, and the profound spiritual heritage they unveil.
Indeed, Helena. It's a fascinating topic, and I appreciate your nuanced introduction. While the term runes typically refers to the alphabetic writing systems used by Germanic peoples, often imbued with mystical significance, what we're discussing today are the powerful, ancient symbolic systems prevalent on Ukrainian lands. These weren't necessarily primarily phonetic scripts, but rather potent ideograms and sigils that certainly performed a runic function, holding deep, layered meanings and believed to influence the world. I'm keen to explore the historical evidence and how these symbols were actually used.
Precisely, Vadim. It's about the function and the spirit behind these symbols. Imagine a time when our ancestors lived in profound connection with nature, where every rustle of a leaf, every shift in the wind held meaning. These symbols, I believe, were born from that deep attunement. They weren't just decorative marks. They were pathways to understanding the cosmos, channels for protective energy, and tools for influencing destiny. From the enigmatic signs of Trypillian culture, dating back thousands of years, to the more recognizable Slavic patterns found on ceramics, embroidery, and, indeed, ancient ritual objects, they tell a story of a spiritual lineage that is uniquely ours.
And it's crucial to distinguish for our listeners that while Helena speaks of runic function, these symbols predate and are distinct from, say, the Elder Futhark. What we see archaeologically are diverse sets of markings. For example, some early Slavic pottery shards bear intricate geometric patterns that scholars have interpreted as calendrical notations, clan identifiers, or even early forms of magical invocation. But were they a unified script or more disparate symbols used in specific contexts? The evidence is often fragmented, leading to much speculation, which, while romantic, needs critical examination.
But that's where the magic lies, Vadim, in the whispers of what could be, in the echoes of belief that reverberate through time. Consider the powerful symbols woven into traditional Ukrainian rushniki, the protective tree of life, the swirling sun symbols, the Berehinia figure. These weren't just pretty patterns. Each stitch, each motif was an invocation, a shield against ill fortune, a blessing for fertility or prosperity. Mothers embroidered them for their children, brides carried them into new homes. These symbols were alive with intent, imbued with the prayers and hopes of generations. Losing this knowledge, for me, feels like losing a direct link to the emotional heart of our ancestors.
I agree wholeheartedly on the cultural significance. Anthropology teaches us that symbolic systems are fundamental to human societies. They provide structure, convey shared values, and offer a means of expressing complex ideas and emotions. Whether it's a Trypillian spiral representing the cycle of life or a Slavic thunder symbol protecting crops, these visual languages helped people make sense of their world, manage anxieties, and foster communal identity. The power wasn't necessarily inherent in the lines themselves, but in the shared belief and meaning projected onto them by the community. That shared belief is a powerful historical force.
But what if the power is inherent? What if the collective intention, focused over millennia, truly imprinted an energetic charge onto these symbols? I've heard stories, not just historical accounts, but living legends of elderly grandmothers who, even today, know which specific symbols to draw on a doorframe to ward off sickness, or which pattern to weave into a child's pillow for peaceful sleep. They speak of the symbols breathing, of needing to be activated with intent and respect. There's one legend from Policia, a region steeped in ancient magic, about a particular symbol, a triple spiral, that was said to be etched into the root of an ancient oak tree. Locals believed if you traced it with your finger at dawn on Kupala night, it would reveal lost secrets or hidden spring waters. Many still believe this symbol holds a direct connection to the ancient spirit of the land.
Fascinating, Helena. Such stories underscore the psychological and spiritual comfort these symbols provided. In a world without scientific explanations for illness or natural disasters, symbols offered a sense of control, a way to appeal to unseen forces. The triple spiral you mentioned, for instance, appears in various forms across many ancient cultures, often associated with cycles, rebirth, and the divine feminine. Its recurrence suggests universal human concerns, and its adoption and adaptation in Policia speak to its deep resonance with local beliefs and landscapes. While I'd look for archaeological evidence of that specific oak tree or its carvings, the story itself is a powerful cultural artifact.
It's more than just psychological comfort, Vadim. I believe these symbols acted as conduits. Take the Betahenia, for example. Often depicted as a female figure with upraised arms, she's seen on many ancient artifacts and within traditional embroidery. She's not just a symbol of protection, she is the protective spirit, the guardian of the hearth, the mother who nurtures and defends. When you embroider her, you are inviting that energy into your home, into your life. It's an active invocation, not just a passive belief. The very act of creating these symbols was a ritual in itself.
From a historical standpoint, the Betahenia figure, or similar mother goddess representations, is indeed incredibly potent. Her presence in so many cultural artifacts, from figurines to textiles, indicates her central role in the worldview of our ancestors. She represents fertility, protection, and the continuity of life, essential themes for any agricultural society. The act of embroidering, with its repetitive, almost meditative nature, certainly could have served a ritualistic purpose, focusing intent and solidifying communal belief. It's a beautiful example of how spiritual beliefs become tangible through art and craft. But for me, the power lies in the human agency, the focus and belief, rather than the symbol itself possessing an intrinsic magical energy.
But what if that human agency activates the intrinsic energy? It's not either or, Vadim, it's both. The symbol acts as an antenna, and our intent is the signal. These ancient symbols are a language of the soul, a profound spiritual heritage that transcends mere historical curiosity. They are living archetypes that connect us to the primal forces our ancestors understood so intimately. Think about the profound wisdom encoded in the patterns on a pisanka. Symbols of the sun, eternal life, good harvest, health. Each one is a tiny prayer, a wish, a blessing. To paint them is to engage in a sacred dialogue.
The pisanka is an excellent example, Helena. The intricate symbolism on these Easter eggs is a treasury of ancient beliefs, syncretized with Christian traditions over centuries. Historians and ethnologists have meticulously documented the meanings of these symbols, tracing their origins back to pre-Christian solar cults, fertility rites, and protective magic. The act of decorating them, especially in historical contexts, was indeed a ritual to ensure prosperity and protection for the household. While I see the spiritual and cultural value as immense, my role is to understand the historical evolution and sociological function of these traditions. The transition from purely pagan symbols to those incorporated into Christian celebrations is particularly fascinating, showcasing the enduring power of these motifs.
And that endurance, that resilience, is what truly speaks to their power. These symbols have survived invasions, prohibitions, even attempts to erase them from our memory. Why? Because they hold something fundamental, something essential to the Ukrainian spirit. They are not just relics, they are keys to understanding our deep connection to the land, to our ancestors, and to the cosmic order. They offer a sense of belonging and strength, especially in challenging times. We need to revive this knowledge, to teach our children not just their aesthetic value, but their profound spiritual significance.
I completely agree that understanding and preserving these symbols is vital for cultural identity and historical continuity. They are invaluable primary sources for understanding the worldview of our ancestors. They offer insights into their cosmology, their hopes, their fears, and their resilience. Whether you approach them as mystical conduits or as historical artifacts, their importance to Ukrainian heritage is undeniable. They are a powerful visual language that speaks volumes about our past. And by studying them, we truly connect with the echoes of the past, even if we interpret those echoes differently.
So perhaps our double conclusion is this: these symbols are indeed powerful. Whether that power manifests as direct magical influence or as a deep cultural and psychological resonance that strengthens the spirit and connects us to our roots, their significance is undeniable. They are a profound spiritual heritage, a living bridge to our ancestors.
And their study offers us a richer, more nuanced understanding of Ukrainian history and identity, allowing us to appreciate the depth of thought and spiritual life that has shaped our nation. Thank you, Helena, for always bringing that passionate perspective to our discussions.
We invite all of you to share your own experiences or family stories related to these ancient Ukrainian symbols in the comments below. Have you seen them used in modern life? Do they hold a special meaning for you? Yes, let us know. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the mystical world of ancient Ukrainian symbols, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more explorations into Ukrainian folklore, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the unknown. We cherish your engagement and look forward to building this community of seekers and historians together.